Red Bull Rant is a free-flowing podcast with three soccer-loving idiots who don't know when to shut their dumb potty mouths. So listener discretion, yeah, it's pretty much advised.
Welcome, my friends, to the show never ends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Iapicco.
I'm Truman, and this is episode 493, Blanked Again.
Yep.
Or shooting blanks on the road, whatever you want to call it.
It's fucking embarrassing!
Hey, guess what's back now?
I heard part of that, so hopefully you heard all of it. I only heard part of it.
Oh, okay, let me see.
It's fucking embarrassing!
Hopefully the whole one came through that time.
I heard what I'm going to say, nothing.
Great.
Speaking of nothing.
It's fucking embarrassing!
That was the fucking embarrassing sound clip, which you heard before we started recording.
I did.
God damn it. Of course, I test this out. It's working, and of course, the first time I'm going to use it. Anyway, Red Bull's 1-0 loss at Charlotte. Just complete letdown. Before we get into our thoughts, do you have, or were there any responses on Blue Sky?
There was as many responses as there was goals scored by the New York Red Bulls, and that would be 0. And I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anyone for that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure after the game is done, I posted the tweet or whatever you want to call it, and then went to play a game that involved shooting and blowing shit up. So.
That's a good move.
Yeah. All right. So our thoughts, likes, and dislikes. Truman, you go first. What did you dislike the most about this one?
Listless offense. I think that's the best way to describe it. I'm telling you, you take Emil Forsberg out of the game, the team has absolutely nothing. 0. When he's not touching that ball enough, not getting enough chances, they're just generating squad douche. Yet again on the road in front of a sparse crowd in Charlotte, would you say? Sparse crowd? I mean, it's probably a little bit bigger if they're not in such a giant football stadium. But it's not like they were playing in front of a crazy madhouse of fans. Just, I mean, so bad offensively. I don't understand how this team can just suck so hard. And I'm not counting on Lewis Morgan coming back to save the offense for this team. Because as we say every week, he's probably just going to get hurt a few minutes after ending the game. They're generating nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. I feel like nothing is even saying they're doing nothing is being generous. Because even doing nothing, you're going to get, every once in a while something. And it was just like, there was not even a chance of anything happening.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at somebody on Reddit does an attendance tracker. So apparently for this game, and we all know attendance numbers are bullshit to begin with, but reported attendance for this game was 26,606, by the way.
I mean, that's got to be a lot of just season ticket holders who weren't there on a Sunday night, because that was not 20,000 fans, and the upper bowl is completely sealed off.
Yep. We'll come back to that in a minute. My biggest dislike is, just the whole fucking thing, I guess. I mean, I don't know if there's one positive thing to take out of that game. Yeah. How about this? If it wasn't for one back pass, it would have been a tie.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
The defense,
that is about it.
The defense did technically show up, except for one moment in time.
Yeah. And they did again, jumping on that, they did try to keep this team in the game. And I guess the only is VAR taking a penalty away, where they would have been down way earlier.
I kind of wish they could have given a yellow for simulation for that one, but I know you're not allowed to hand out yellows because of what you've seen on replay. So
right.
I get it, but it sucks in this particular case. My like for me is that eventually it ended. But Sandro
That's fair.
Schwartz said if we played 180 minutes, we would have still scored 0 goals. So
Yes, he's spot on with that.
Afterthoughts. So the attendance, right? I made a comment in our little group chat as soon as that game started where I said this team would be much better, or Charlotte in this case, would be much better served in a soccer-specific stadium, having, which I don't think was 26,000 people. I'm going to put that generously at 15,000, honestly. Having like a 20 or 25,000 capacity stadium and having 15 in there would have looked better than what you saw.
Yeah, I think what I think I mentioned too, right? Is that the shine on the new team's kind of off now. They're a middling team, they're not like competing for first place. So now in North Carolina, you are about to compete with everything else in the fall. There's a million things to compete with now. Team that's playing in your building, college football. You got college football, and you have that team playing in that building. So you're going to lose probably a little bit more attendance there too. But I don't think I don't know. I don't believe they have any plans to build their own stadium. I think right now they were going on hey, we're going to pack this place. Have you seen anything?
No, I haven't. But I mean, realistically, why would the owner want to spend money when he has a stadium that was, I assume at least partially taxpayer funded, right? There's no extra cost to him to run if anything, he gets extra game day revenue for that stadium.
Right. And it works for the Sounders, but the Sounders do a great job of attendance. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, I mean the Sounders pretty consistently sell out the lower bowl to the point where they open the second deck or the upper bowl for certain games, and that's news. The fact they opened it up.
Yeah. So what we're saying really is that Charlotte has a case of the Revs, because that's what the Revs are. They're trying to build a stadium. Everyone's trying to shoot them down. They're efforting, but I don't think the Crafts are going to effort that hard. They don't have to.
Well, Robert Kraft never turns down free money, so
yes, absolutely. Yeah, if someone else is going to pay for it, he'll probably be down. But
yeah, all right. Any other thoughts on this game?
I listened to the beginning of the game on Sirius XM because I was driving home. So the first maybe like 10 minutes or so, and you stuck with the home announcers. I don't know who these two people were, but my God, there's homers and then there is ultra homers. When the penalty was called, the play-by-play guy was screaming, penalty, like just screaming it like with a high-pitched voice. And then when it got taken away, they were calling it like the crime of the century, and they can't believe this is outrageous. Like, and I wish I could have seen it because obviously I'm listening to that part on the radio. I mean, they were losing their minds. It's bad. And I know you get a lot of that with radio guys. All the radio guys in every sport are going to be homers. That's the way it is. But there is a level you shouldn't hit. And these two were hitting that level of pure insanity.
Yeah, I know the Red Bulls guys will be homerish, but I feel like they're, when it needs to be, that they're fair about it. That's why I'm glad. So I don't know what's worse in this case. Would be the Charlotte homers or Taylor Twellman.
Oof, that's tough.
I mean, in fairness, I think Taylor did say that it was not a penalty, so at least he was leaning the right way. But I don't know. Yeah. All right. So is that it? Any other thoughts on this Charlotte game?
It was not a great watch. It was a very, very rough game to watch.
It's
Still nothing.
I got its. That's all I got. I got its.
Hopefully, it came through on the recording. We'll see. Guess I'll have to keep playing around with this. All right. So prediction standings: no points. Nobody got anything. Next up for the Red Bulls is last match before an international break, a home game against Columbus. Surprisingly, the first time this year. I thought that we would have played at some point, but no, this is the first time playing Columbus this year. That game is Saturday, August 30th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Columbus come into the game with a record of 9-6-4, 45 points, a +4 goal difference, 7th in the Eastern Conference, so only 2 spots above us, which, by the way, make sure I'm right when I say this. We are the last playoff spot on goal difference against a team with one more game in hand on us. That's how close we are to not making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, sounds like last year.
Yeah. But if the playoffs or the season were to end today, I'm assuming you don't know the standings. Do you know who we play in the wild card game?
Charlotte, I don't know.
No, because with beating us, Charlotte jumped to fourth. New York City,
Oof,
a wild card playing game against New York City. I mean,
in their building.
in their building, yeah,
Whatever building they're playing at the time.
correct.
Could be Yankee Stadium, could be Citi Field, could be Fordham, could be Hofstra.
Could be Sports Illustrated Stadium.
Yeah, we don't know where they could be anywhere. It could be Yonkers.
Imagine if the Red Bulls were the away team in their own stadium.
I mean, pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it almost be as hilarious as the Red Bulls being Western Conference champions. But anyway, last 5 in MLS for Columbus. Kind of up and down. Loss, win, loss, draw, loss. So Truman, with that being said, what is your prediction for the first match of the year against Columbus?
I'm just going to use shrug shoulders emoji because I don't who the fuck knows with this team. Well, you can guarantee one thing. It's going to be low scoring. I mean, there's just no doubt about that because the Red Bulls are not going to score. They're not going to score more than 2 goals in the game. That's not happening. I mean, we are praying for 2 goals. I'm just praying somehow this team can score 2 at home. They have to win the remaining home games. They have to. They can't take a chance of having to win a fucking road game because it's not going to happen. So that being said, they need a 2-1 win here. It's the only. This is desperation time. I'd pull the goalie, whatever you have to do, put in the extra attacker. This is the time where you now have to win every single remaining home game.
If this was the Columbus of like last year, I would say this is an absolute loss.
Toast. Yeah, they'd be toast.
Yeah. But this year, maybe not so much. And the Red Bulls, for whatever reason, are just really well or play really well at home this year, which honestly, I don't understand how we have 8 goals on the road and then we turn around and we score 34 at home.
Don't know.
It does not make sense to me. I have the Gotham FC game on right now, and I just looked and I saw Gotham's goalkeeper way outside the penalty box and almost give up a goal because nobody else was back defending. Just kind of weird. Anyway, like I said, it's not going to be a high-scoring affair. I can see this coming down, honestly, to a penalty kick that the Red Bulls somehow get that they shouldn't because we've been able to manage that at home this year.
That is true. Very true.
So I am going to go with a 1-0 win at home, purely on the back of a penalty kick that we did not deserve to have in the first.
If that happens, it will be awarded after VAR, because that's also how it usually goes.
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it's going to be awarded after.
It'll
VAR
be
review.
Yes,
and people will be like, "No, this doesn't make sense. How did the Red Bulls get this penalty awarded?" But Chupa will still bury it anyway. So, all right, is that it for the Columbus match?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on to Red Bulls 2. They won their last match 1-0 against Chicago 2. That puts their record at 14-4-5, 48 points, a +8 goal difference, first in the Eastern Conference. And I'm pretty sure that means they clinched the playoff spot, but I didn't feel like going to check that. Next match is against Columbus 2 on Sunday, August 31st, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Gotham FC drew their match this past weekend 0-0 against the Utah Royals. Currently up 2-0 against the Orlando Pride in Orlando with about 4 minutes of stoppage time left. Their record, I'm going to assume this game is a win, which would mean that they are 6-6-6, 24 points plus 8 goal difference, I think a +6 goal difference. And I think still 8th in the NWSL based on how that would shake out. Their next match is Tuesday, September 2nd, or they are traveling to okay, I'm probably going to fuck the name of this team up. Truman, you can tell me what you think. Alianza?
I love it. Sounds perfect.
Okay. In the CONCACAF W Champions Cup, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Alianza.
I might have got that wrong, but I feel like that might be right too. I don't know. All right. With that, it is time for the F1 update.
And box now, box now, box for hard. Stay out. Tire.
All right. Did you hear the whole thing that time?
That was better. That was way better. I will say that. It was not perfect, but it was definitely better.
Well, good thing the recording's on my end, honestly.
Yeah, but hey, we're back. Formula One's back this weekend. They're in their Netherlands. Very exciting. I'm sure Max will be happy to be racing there, but I'm probably will not win because that's just the way this season is going. But I'm just happy to have Formula One back. I love those Sunday mornings. Just kind of wake up and chill and just relax, and I usually get a refresher and just watch a game or a race. So super pumped. It's gonna be a great Sunday, by the way. Liverpool plays pretty much directly after the race. The race is at 9. Liverpool against Arsenal 11:30. So that's a really nice Sunday morning for me. And also, I don't have it with me. Actually, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to pick up my laptop. My wife found something pretty cool for my birthday. They have these little blind boxes of Formula One, right? So you don't know what you got, but it's a little Lego. Look at this guy, super tiny. It's a Aston Martin right there. There he is. Oh, you got yours? You got one of these?
I had not opened them yet. I got 2.
Look at this. You got. Oh, are we doing a blind bag opening right now?
Well, no. See, the thing is, I know what's in these.
How do you know?
Because there's an app. So there's a QR code on the bottom of the box, and somebody made an app, and they can figure out what the contents are.
You got to be kidding me.
So I made sure I got a Red Bull one, and I think the other one's just the generic F1 car.
You know, damn it.
So there's 12 to collect. It's the 10 teams in F1, and I forget what the 12th is. Honestly, I got this a while ago. I just haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, no idea. Maybe it's the future Cadillac team.
No, these were put out before they announced Cadillac. So Truman has the little sheet that he's opened up. You could probably hear that.
I do. Got the little sheet with all the little cars on it. It's got every single car on there. Also, doesn't come with a full person. Pretty much just a head. Just a head.
That makes sense.
That's all you get. Head and a helmet. That's all you got.
Well, I still have the not the big one, the one that's like $150, $200, but I have the like $25, $30 Red Bull car, which actually comes with a minifig.
I guess I'll have to go find another one. Next episode we'll do a blind bag opening because that gets lots of cool hits on YouTube, right? That's a big YouTube thing.
A blind box opening with no videos. It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it'll be a special segment. Also, speaking of Cadillac, they did introduce their drivers, which will be Checo and Bottas. So that's cool. They'll have 2 very experienced drivers, no rookies in there. And hey, if they build a good car, you got 2 good drivers.
Yeah,
Checo knows how to win. Just got to build these guys quality vehicles. That's all there is to it.
Yep. In case anybody's curious, 8 minutes for the Gotham FC game stoppage time. I think there were some injuries. By the way, to get back to the NWSL real quick, they have like Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, and NWSL Plus for whatever reason. Like, I feel like they're in the this is like MLS of like 7 years ago, where it was the multiple streams and they didn't converge on ESPN Plus yet. I feel like that's the era that NWSL is in right now.
They're in their it's an era. That's what you got to say. They're in their something era, the Paramount era.
Let's see. So there's exclusive matches on Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime, and ESPN Plus. There are also games on CBS, Ion, and ABC. And anything that's non-exclusive is on NWSL Plus.
Spreading the wealth around. That's all they're doing. Spreading the wealth. You're getting the word out
basically, there. Oh, wait. What was the fucking streaming service used to be called? MLS used to do their own streaming service. I'm trying to remember what they called it now. Fuck, I can't remember. But I remember at one point MLS had their own streaming service, and it was basically anything that was not on TV was there. And I feel like that's where NWSL is right now. I feel like they should go to like just ESPN Plus the whole way or Paramount Plus the whole way and just be on one service, and that's it.
Yeah, but like I said, this way they get their games out, kind of all those different streaming services, pick up maybe some extra fans here and there, and then if they condense to one, if you don't have Paramount Plus, it'll encourage people to get Paramount Plus or encourage them to get ESPN Plus. Not pay $30 like WWE wants you to do, but still, you know.
Well, that's because it's on Peacock, right? So you get more. Really, it's NBC Universal is one you pay $30.
No, it's ESPN that's going to have you be paying $30.
Oh,
don't forget, everything's moving to ESPN. Now? Oh yes, they're moving everything to ESPN.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you want their
NBC last year,
that's been a couple years, but what they want to do is now you pay a tier of $30, so you get all the the pay-per-views. Monthly, $30. Good luck with that, WWE. I will not be participating.
This shit is getting ridiculous. All right. Anyway, that's a perfect segue into the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
You know, I heard that's like the clearest I've ever heard Danny DeVito.
Huh.
It was like super clear. It was like he's right next to me. I wish
heard
Danny
that one,
DeVito
too.
was. Yeah, I wish he was next to me, honestly. I wish he was always next to me at all times.
I mean,
Just hanging out
that'd
with
be pretty
Danny
awesome, wouldn't
DeVito.
it?
Yeah. So couple things we can definitely talk about. What the first thing I'll talk about is Liverpool's defense, which is fucking terrible in the first two games. You can't go up 2-0, go up a man going into the second half, and then immediately give up 2 goals and win a game. Literally in the last few minutes with a 16-year-old scoring the game-winning goal for you. I'm happy they're 2-0, 6 points, but my God, shore up that defense because you are playing Arsenal this weekend, and that could get fucking ugly if they don't get any better. Now, Jay, you can talk about Everton's first home game.
Technically, first 2 home games.
2 home games.
Because Carabao Cup was part of that. Yep.
I don't count that. I count Premier League.
Bieg getting to play Brighton at home had a really good showing, and I got to be the player who scored the last goal at Goodison in the Premier League and the first goal at Hill Dickinson in the Premier League. Nice little,
pretty wild.
And I gotta go back. I forget the name, but I'm pretty sure the same player when Everton made the move from Stanley Park to Goodison did the same exact thing. There was a player who scored the last goal at Stanley Park and scored the first goal at Goodison. But I don't remember off the top of my head their names. So then they followed that up with the 2-0 win over Mansfield Town in the Carabao Cup, which probably should have been a little bit better. But hey, win's a win.
We're going to talk about that League Cup in our next segment. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
But, the crowd was there. I think they were 2K below capacity. So first any sort of League Cup match in that stadium being full is good. I can't wait till that. I feel like that's a stadium where if England were to get a World Cup or a Euro tournament, that will now be a featured area. Because obviously Goodison could not do it in its current state.
No.
I don't know if Stanley Park could do it in its current state. But having brand new facilities and all that stuff. The one thing my wife and I were talking about, I don't know if it ever would happen. So if you were to go to Liverpool, right, it's on the River Mersey. There is a ferry to take you across the river to try to remember what the other side is. Birkenhead. Takes you across the river to Birkenhead. There's basically one stop on each side. What I think would be kind of cool is if they added a stop specifically for Hill Dickinson Stadium to have fans be able to come in on the ferry and enter the stadium that way. Something that's kind of unique, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I'll say, because I didn't watch the game. I watched highlights of their first Premier League game. The stadium looks great and it sounds great. And I think that's such a big thing. I think the way those seats are kind of steeped up a little bit. Made for a great atmosphere. It looked awesome. I like the highlight of the I know Liverpool fans are going to hate me. I don't love Liverpool, but I like the image of blue smoke coming out of the top of the stadium. It was a cool look.
Yeah, it was.
Which I liked a lot. My only issue with the stadium, and I have a problem with a lot of stadiums who do this, and I have to get a better look at it. On the one end, behind goal, I feel there's like this weird little cutoff section before the stands start. And I like on the ends, I want the fans right there. Like I want the gap and then there.
I know what you're talking about, but the gap is there for I'm trying to remember the right way to phrase this. Assisted seating.
Okay. Yep.
Right. So it's the cutout's there for a reason. It does look a little weird, but there's a reason for it. It's not like they just cut it out just because.
Yeah.
They cut it out to give people that need a little extra room or assistance. They have that spot without being like at Sports Illustrated Stadium, right? It's at the top of the section because it's just you enter the concourse and everybody's entering from the top of the section.
Right.
Well, to make it easier, obviously, if everything's on the ground level, right, it makes that easier for a lot of people. So then they can just come in right there.
Yeah, I know in Anfield, most of those are on the side, the sidelines, and I think there's some on the ends too. It just looks disjointed. It's one of those things. It's just
It's
a
an
different
aesthetic
look.
thing.
But
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah, Goodison, that section was in the corner, or at least one of the sections was in the corner next to Gladys Street end. But I guess they wanted to make sure that those people had a good view, right? Because then at least if you're at that level, you're not getting your view blocked or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, great sound in the stadium. Listening to the Everton radio guys, which I wish I could listen to them live as they did the walkout, but they had problems with the feed. I don't know what mics they're using, but god damn, it just sounded loud.
It did.
That stadium. Yeah.
How pissed do West Ham fans have to be playing in that stadium they're in? That thing sucks. That stadium sucks.
Yeah.
My God.
The one thing I'm going to say about that, because it was NBC Sports, and this is specifically about John Champion. Learn to let the fucking moment breathe. Because while the walkout's happening, while Z-Cars is playing, he's sitting there talking. Just shut up for a moment, let the moment happen, and then you could talk about it. I went back and I found somebody I'm posting on Reddit from the Sky Sports feed. That guy at least just let it happen a good minute or two and then said something, and then they went to whatever quick commercial break, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, listen,
now
like you said.
Talk about Carabao Cup.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
No. We're going to get to my terrible team of the week. That's where we're segueing into this, because I only have one thing to talk about.
There's nothing else you want to talk about except for that in terms of leagues.
You are correct, because
Okay.
I'm very excited to talk about this.
Then, with that being said, it is time for Truman's terrible team of the week.
Manchester United lost to Grimsby on penalties. Now, first thing for any of you that don't follow Grimsby, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, they play in League 2, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 levels below Manchester United.
Well,
4.
It's three below.
Well, okay, well, listen, Premier League 1, I count Premier League 1. 4th level, right? So 4 levels down, Premier League, Championship, 1, 2, League 2. That's how far they are, okay? They lost to them on penalties. Not only that, I mean, they were actually down, I think, 2-0 and had to come back and score a game-tying goal in like the 89th minute. Then it goes to penalties, okay? They had the advantage. They had an advantage. They had stopped one, so all they had to do was score the 5th penalty to take it. They did not, and it went. I think they ended up losing. I think it was 12-11 on penalties. So, like, it went score, miss by Grimsby, score, then miss by Manchester United, score, miss.
So the EFL has it. It's an 18-minute video on YouTube.
Incredible. 18 minutes of penalties.
Now, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't happen in those 18 minutes, right? But still.
Right. That
Now
is.
I'm going to watch them when we're done because I didn't actually see the full thing.
That is horrifically embarrassing and also hilarious. Super hilarious.
It's hilarious because it couldn't happen to us.
Yes, it couldn't happen to a better team. Manchester United just continuing suckitude, playing a bunch of starters. So they did not play like the academy kids in that game. They had some talent out there and still lost to a 4th-tier team in the League Cup. Hysterical.
And then I forget the name of their manager, but in one of his press conferences this week, basically he admits to sometimes not wanting to be around the team.
I love it.
Like, how bad is the situation where the manager's like, yeah, there's times I just don't want to be around anybody if that plays for us.
Yeah, that's great. What camaraderie that team has.
And I remember when in the preseason America tour thing, they beat Everton and the NBC folks were like, yeah, this is good for them. They're gonna, this is them, the players buying into the system. Everything's might be okay. 2 weeks in and look at that.
Yeah, they are just full on early season collapse mode. It couldn't happen to a better group of guys.
Imagine if Manchester United get relegated. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Just saying, imagine if it did.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. And let's not forget that Man City lost at home to Tottenham 2-0. So,
yeah,
also a fun result.
Yeah. Premier League starting off strong, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, because I haven't looked at the standings. So 3 teams undefeated, or 3 teams with 2 wins each. I know it's only 2 games, but Everton's technically in 8th place. And right now, West Ham, Wolves, and Brighton are in the drop zone. Manchester United's in 16th on goal difference. So yeah, I know it's only 2 games, but still,
it is. It's a fun early start.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
I'm going to make this very quick because we only have a couple minutes left. I just want to let you know that the Mets are currently up 19-8. They were up 19-5, and the Mets decided to put in one of their infielders to close out the game because that's how big they're winning. They are bringing in an infielder.
I mean, why waste the arm, right?
Right. Exactly.
All right, let's wrap this one up. You can visit us at patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. $1 a month gets you exclusive content whenever we decide to do it. I want to thank our producers, Jeremiah Dempster, Steven Santos, Eddie Delecto. By the way, I like the idea we came up with last week about the stadiums.
Yep.
I think we got to make that a Patreon episode.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, so we got to work out the details, but probably in the next few weeks, that will be out. If you want to email us, redbullrant@gmail.com. If you want to call us and get your voice on the show, leave us a voicemail at 973-348-5329. Facebook.com/Red Bull Rant, on Blue Sky at Red Bull Rant for the show, at Dr. Stooge for myself, at The Truman for Truman. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Yeah, please do us a huge favor and play way better than you did last week. You're at home. You need these results. There's no excuse. You absolutely have to come out this weekend and win.
All right. So for Truman and I, this has been episode 493 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Red Bulls.
See you later.